Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Indiana's offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make certain.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Back to throw, it's Benedict. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Hoosiers will punt it away on fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on it.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops.
Turning it on! Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll try the run.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's stuck by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back to throw, it's Benedict. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brooks. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, running back gets to give. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Here comes the heat. Quarterback got it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll leave it with him. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Send the tight end in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Defense in press coverage. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The snap sets up the throw. Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Bama! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here's the handoff. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. The Hoosiers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. It'll be a draw. Fights off the defender. They'll pick up 5. It'll be third and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Benedict. And the misconnection on third down.
You know, on a third and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up fourth down.
Never a doubt they lead the offense on the field. Fourth and short from the 48. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on first and 10. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quickly complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and
He's got it. First down and more. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to run for it. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On the run, fires downfield. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Finds the tight end.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. To the air on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football.
There he goes! And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown time!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Benedict. Just a short pass to the tight end. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the big fella. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Sends it downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
The offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Pocket breaking down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To the air, it's Benedict. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hand off from the shotgun. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Looking for the end zone. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DP. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in the first down and more. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Benedict. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Snags it quickly on the left. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. They'll go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to the counter play. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Snow. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. A quick pass to the left. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Benedict. That's caught. It's Madden. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to run for it. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to throw. It's Benedict. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Motion from the wideout. Snaps it in the shotgun. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Got his man down the middle.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Love the work by the running back on that draw play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground to get upfield.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Running it to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Run the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Benedict. Got a man, it's Brooks. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll go back to the ground. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Play action on first down. Fires to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the move. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make...
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Rides the back on the option, the give.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never about. Hey, there's a lot of celebrating going on over there, but there is still time left on the clock.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
Take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brooks. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dropping back, it's Benedict. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
That one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win.
He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore.